Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishna te namaha. The Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is singing one more song after telling that those who surrender to God is like those who are at the foot of the peg in the milling stones, between the milling stones, and they are safe, uncrushed. So, the only thing the man can do is to surrender unconditionally. When the ego dies, the spirit wakes up and all problems get solved. We see the inevitability having come into this creation, Srishti, into this world of duality. Everything is governed by the law of cause and effect. Every bit of my life, everything that I experience is just governed. The sukha dukkha may be according to my karma itself, the past doings, and being driven by my own past tendencies I have acquired. I am doing right or wrong, good or bad, and experiencing the consequences of my action. But it is inevitable. I am in the clutches of nature, I cannot escape. Neither I can escape birth, growth, transformation bodily, and decay and death. All these take place. And how to transcend this nature and go beyond is the thing. Because we are in the vicious circle of karma from where we have no escape by any means. So the only way left out for us is to surrender to the peg, be at the feet of the Lord, which is unmovable. In the milling stone, the upper is moving, constantly moving. The lower is unmoving, eternal existence. Same thing, it's a representation of this universe, the constantly changing flux of this universe, and at the bottom as a substratum, there is the Brahman, the absolute existence. Both are made, both are stone, cut from the same one single stone. The two wheels are made, one moving over the other. So, the inevitability of constantly changing world and the unchanging eternal reality is there at the gross physical level of our worldly existence, at the cosmic level as well as at the individual level. Body, mind, senses, all these external sheets which we have covered, the wrappers, are constantly changing. And unchanging eternal reality is there within us, in the depth of our existence. And that is what matters. So we have to shift from the external to the internal. We have to shift from the physical to the spiritual, from matter to spirit. The whole thing is that, and Sri Ramakrishna is assuring this surrender at the feet of God. What am I surrendering? My ego, myself. I am offering myself entirely. I am giving unconditionally myself. And wherever He keeps, whatever duties and responsibilities I have to do, by making me, placing me in that particular place and state, it is acceptable to me unconditionally. If He keeps in the world as householder, I shall do all the duties and responsibilities as a worship unto His feet. If He makes me renounce and be a sannyasin, I will be that. If He makes me live eternally in the transcendental realm, dwell in my own Atmanhood, in Samadhi Sthiti, I will be that. Once the soul is surrendered, it has no more acquisition of karma, nor karma acting upon him by any means. He is independent of all things. He is free from all things. So, this is what we see in our lives, that this is not only a narration, Sri Ramakrishna's, it is a dictum, it is a commandment, it is a necessity in our life. He is showing the path, and we have to walk along it. And the more and more we surrender, the more and more we depend upon God, He takes us from the world and places us on a track, like a railway track. It leads towards Him. God makes us move along the track which doesn't move here, there, in this direction, that direction, run about, but smoothly, steadily, it starts moving towards the divine. For every problem of our life, the only solution is to take refuge in God. Guide me, help me, make me move. This is the ancient path the rishis followed, the saints followed, the great men of the world followed, and that is the way that we too have to go to transcend the nature and go beyond. The master sang again, "Mother, mother, my boat is sinking here in the ocean of this world." Identifying with the jivas, the state of jivas, when they enter the world, when they come into this relative existence, they have already acquired the materialistic, the matter, bodily existence, it has already caught. Coming into the relativity, coming into this universe itself is acquisition of a body. Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashashtani indriyan. The moment it recognizes itself to be amsha of God. It is the consciousness as if a spark is moving from a huge fire. A drop of water or a grain of water is evaporating and flying away from the ocean. There is a separation, there is a movement. The separation itself from the ocean, the spark coming out of the huge fire, that spark is fire itself. Yet the drop of water or a grain of water is water itself. but it feels itself independent of the rest of the existence. Whole existence has come, the relative existence has come from God alone. And the jiva also has emerged up from God. The moment the individual consciousness accepts its limitation, I have become alpa, I have become a small, tiny consciousness. The moment it accepts, it finds itself in the realm of matter and struggling to go back to its original state of infinite bliss and freedom. It tries to catch whatever, like a person fallen in water, tries to catch whatever is there, even a grass in the hand. If he try to catch it, like that, the jiva which comes first catches manashashtani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. This mind and 5 senses, it catches. The moment it catches mind and 5 senses, the senses can depict only external, not his real nature. It is turned outside. Paranchikhani vyatrana swayambhu. Tasmat param pashyati. It starts seeing outer world. And its consciousness always possessing 3 powers, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti. Wherever there is consciousness, I am conscious now. I have Ichcha Shakti, power of volition. I can select, I can choose, I can have preferences and demands. Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, I can act. I have the organs of action under me. I can act, I can move, I can take, hold, throw, give, take. So, Karmendriya, I can Kriya Shakti and then Jnana Shakti. I have senses, I get the Jnana. This is there, that is there, this is used for this. All things I acquire the knowledge. But this knowledge is external knowledge pertaining to the world. It is not Atma Jnana. It is Jagat Jnana, worldly wisdom, worldly knowledge, with which I can enter into the world, catch hold of something and live. From this, I have to emerge out. I have to come out. And this is the one that is capturing me. And how to retard. I have acquired the body already. And as a body I move about. But nature is so kind. It wants to show something higher, something better. So it is making me or every jiva to enter into sleep, separates it from the body, gross. Then separates from the mind and senses, the subtle body, and enter into deeper existence. There, leaving all the knowledge it has acquired, it becomes one with the cosmic consciousness. Every day, when we sleep, we pass through from Jagrat to Swapna, Swapna to Shushupti. Pertaining to these 3 states, we have 3 bodies, the gross, the subtle and causal. We move forward and backward every day. Nature wants us to know you have an existence independent of body, my child. Just now you are awake, you are holding on to all the things of the world. Where have they gone? Look, it is not there. Where is your body? You don't have a body. Look, you are in sleep, you are in dream. I have separated you from body. I have separated you from this world. Mother Nature says. Again, she brings back to the waking state. The one who is wise will analyze immediately Where did I go in sleep? Who am I in this body? How did I separate from this body, the body which I call myself in waking state? So much identification that I live and go away. I totally separate. How it happens? What is? Now, this jiva which has come into the world is possessing the body, is unable to escape from its grip. He is becoming restless. He is becoming frightened. He is weeping in tragedy. Where did you bring me? What is happening? How can I escape and go beyond? This struggle goes on and on. The jivas start moving about helplessly, tortured, scorched by the heat of the worldliness. So the state of the jiva which has come into the creation, how it suffers in the end as it goes deeper and deeper into the waters of world. This whole incident happening is movement from one body to the other body. This world, these three states of existence, the sukha dukkha jiva is experiencing, all these movements and existence is considered as a huge ocean in which we move about. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna identifying himself with the bodily existence, identifying himself with the jivas and calling on Mother, taking up that identity, holding on to that identity. It is bringing. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna singing the song, Mother, Mother, my boat is sinking here in the ocean of the world. What is this boat in which a jiva moves about? The boat is the boat of karmic load. Lives after lives he has been doing action, knowingly or unknowingly, or compelled by his own vasanas, compelled by the karmic load, he goes on working and doing. And this he sees that the boat is sinking. It is making more and more weightage in the ocean of the world. Fears the hurricane of delusion rages on every side. Whatever I see, delusion and illusion, I have told delusion is defect in my seeing is delusion. I have been presented with a thing is illusion. So illusion and delusion. Delusion, the fierce hurricane of delusion rages on every side. Because this term delusion, the hurricane of delusion when the jiva says, understands, expresses his helplessness, he is already understanding there is something which I am seeing something. There is a standard, there is a thing a realized soul sees, and I am. A perfected soul acts in a particular way, I act in a different way. How selfless a saint is and how selfish I am. This difference, the scriptural understanding or understanding of the realities of life and existence, he is able to perceive, he is able to understand. This little understanding that somewhere I am wrong, somewhere I am wrong. The ultimate error is God is standing here in front of me as world. Like the world, dream world, mind is standing there as the dream world. There is no dream world at all. When experiencing also, dream world is not there. But I am experiencing it. When I wake up, it was never there. It did not exist even when I was seeing it. It was not there. So this understanding that it was not there when I saw also. This I am seeing God as the world. Wherever I see the world alone, world of matter. I see the body of living beings. I don't see the inner content. My eyes are blind to the reality and the falsehood. I am able to clearly understand this is delusion. And understanding without having experienced, suppose I have experienced the real and trying to seeing the unreal, it's all right. I can understand. But on the scriptural and the saints' words, I am understanding the wisdom, the inner spark has been lit by the words of the saints. We hear some bhajans, we hear some songs, beautiful songs they sing. Oh, don't go that way. Your vision is wrong. You will have the great suffering and bondage in your life as you go ahead. The enjoyments of the world, it looks so pleasurable. It's going to give you happiness, joy, peace. Nothing, it's falsehood. False hopes it is creating, it's enticing you. These words of the saint sometimes clicks with the reality because Jiva is passing through experiencing pain and bondage. At every level, I am bound, I am suffering. So what is the cause? I am seeing something wrong. So I am somewhere wrong. This error makes him understand from all sides the hurricane of delusion is overpowering on me. These are all how the beginning of the sadhakatva. If sadhakatva is not awakened, he will be still in delusion, not knowing that he is in delusion. Now he knows he is in delusion, but he has not neither seen the truth nor has the capacity to transcend and go. Clumsy is my helmsman, the mind, one who is guiding the boat. Mind is guiding the boat. His lifeboat, his whole life is guided by mind. Go here, do this. When people come and talk, so we can clearly see how the mind is making them talk, how the mind is guiding the views and thoughts, how it leads. This drive, this movement of the mind, the helmsman, the mind, clumsy. My 6 oarsmen, that is the rowing boat, rowing pan. This pan, that rowing pan, is who is holding the rowing pan and rowing the boat. One is helmsman who guides from behind the direction in which it has to go, like a steering, the steering man. The other is driving man, who is driving the boat. It is like an engine driving the boat. There are 6, he says, stubborn, my oarsmen, the passions, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, lust, greed, kama, krodha, lobha, anger, wrath, kama, krodha, lobha, greed, mada, egotism, mada, matsarya, jealousy and hatred. All these are within. They are the inner enemies who are rowing this boat. Clumsy is my helmsman and stubborn. I don't want my senses to go towards enjoyment. I understand I may, but as if driven by an unknown force, it drags me into the enjoyments. So, stubborn, my six horsemen, the passions, into pitiless wind, into a pitiless wind. The wind is not pitying at all. It is not feeling. The wind is blowing. See, when a person has fallen, many times we witness a person being beaten to death. He is resisting, he is struggling. He is the person who is beating him to death, or an animal being beaten to death. You can see that fallen person is struggling to survive, struggling to get up. He is feeling enough, but that person is not leaving. Going on hitting, going on hitting. Like that wind, it is blowing in the storm of delusion. It is pitiless wind. I sailed my boat and now it is sinking. I have entered. We know how to enter the world. We don't know how to come out of it. We see in Mahabharata, Abhimanyu knows how to enter into Chakravyuha, but he doesn't know how to come out. He knows how to enter, but he doesn't know how to come out of it. He dies there, unable to live, unable to fight. He is overpowered. The same thing happens in most of the householders. They know how to enter the household life, but they don't know. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, before you enter the waters, smear yourself with turmeric so that crocodiles will not catch you. Before you cut open the jackfruit, put oil on your hands so that the gum doesn't stick on to your hand. The gum is very difficult to be separated from the body once it gets stuck. So this being caught there, like once we enter into the mire, we see we are not able to come out of it. Once we enter into the sand, which is just sinking sand, we cannot get up and come out. Like that is, he could go inside. I sailed my boat, entered into the waters, but now it is sinking. So the whole essence of Sri Ramakrishna's telling is how pitiless state we get and what is the solution. Every soul comes to that point of extreme suppression of his existence. Last it takes a turn, a curve towards the divine. Till that breaking point comes, it's very difficult to. Last the soul surrenders. Then the mold is ready. The metal is ready to be molded. The divine grace descends on that jiva. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.